teach and win. My teacher, my pride.
Good afternoon, sir. Good to
Yes,
see you
afternoon,
again
sir.
on Teach and Win. Please state your name and the class you'll be taking.
My name is Anthony Abolo. My subject is drama, and my topic is theatre management. I'll be teaching a year 9 class.
All right. You can ask
Your
questions.
objectives, please.
My objectives: one, we're going to define theatre management, and then we're going to also list the aspects of theatre management, and I'm also going to define stage manager and also list
All
some
right.
of the responsibilities.
Let's start your time and go.
Time.
Let's go.
Okay.
Go.
Now, can anyone tell me what is missing here?
Traffic lights.
Good. Thank you. Now, traffic lights missing here. Of course, you know that without this, you know what could possibly happen here. Can you tell me what could possibly happen?
Chaos.
Chaos. Yeah, that's the word actually. Chaos. Now, that takes us to talking about traffic management and also theatre management. Now, the traffic lights will ensure that there is order, that things run smoothly. Without that, of course, we know, especially in a city like Lagos. So, traffic management and theatre management, they are closely related. Now, I have some keywords here. I have planning, I have management, I have theatre, I have coordination, I have stage. How many words can you find out in 7 seconds?
None.
1, 2.
Planning.
Oh, you've
Planning.
seen planning. Well done.
Okay.
Okay. I think I've seen theatre.
I've seen theatre.
Theatre is up to down, or down to up
Down
rather.
to up.
Down
Okay.
to up rather.
Okay. Then what about this one? Can you see that? M-A-N-A-G-E.
Management.
Management.
Okay,
Okay.
eventually.
Okay. Fine. So, of course, you'll continue the next class. Now, what is theatre management? We've talked about traffic management. We talked about theatre management, and then traffic management said it's about making sure that there is no chaos, that things are organized, that things run smoothly. What then is theatre management?
Making sure that in the theatre things run smoothly.
Things run smoothly. Okay, thank you very much. It is the organization and coordination of a theatrical production, that things run smoothly. That's theatre management. Fine. Now, talking about the aspects of theatre management, we have some of them here. It's about creating what is called the copy book or the prompt book, the prompt script. Please take note of the word copy book or prompt script. It's about coordinating and managing the rehearsals. It's about coordinating the cast and the crew. Now, so that is theatre management. Let's go back a little bit. We talked about what theatre management is, and we said it is about coordinating, supervising a theatrical production. Now, these are some of the aspects of theatre management. You have rehearsals, coordination of rehearsals, creating the prompt book, taking on the prompt book and what the prompt book is, and also coordinating the cast and the crew. Now, do you have an idea, having talked about theatre management, what it is about? Do you have an idea of who the stage manager is, what he does in the theatre? Please tell me.
Well, he's the one who tells people what we're looking at. Stage manager? Well, the stage manager.
Yes, yes.
He would tell people where to stand, the blocking, he would tell them a number of different things.
A number of different
things in terms of making sure the production goes smoothly.
Smoothly, yeah.
Make sure the entrances and exits, they take the right entrances and exits.
Okay, fine. He is also an assistant to the director, is in charge of rehearsals. Now, these are some of the things that the stage manager does. You know, helps actors with lines and placements on stage, telling them where to be at any point in time, organizes transitions and furniture movements, you know, assesses practicality of stage directions, you know, etc., etc., etc. Now, we will go on to the qualities of a stage manager. To be a stage manager, what are the qualities you should possess? Because
Patience
it's a lot of work.
and calm.
Now, what does this picture tell you?
Time management.
Time management. Thank you very much. I thought you were going to say stopwatch. That they are. Okay? So they are timekeepers. In other words, they ensure that whatever is going to happen happens when it should happen. They are timekeepers. What does this tell you? Qualities of a stage manager?
There are sharks. Probably the actors.
They are cool under pressure because they are coordinating, organizing, people. And then they are note takers. They pay attention to details.
And that's our time. Okay, we're going to probably start with you, please, Professor Oyebade.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr.
Abolo.
Abolo. Is it Abolo or Abolo?
Abolo. A-B-O-L-O. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Which class is this? GS3.
Year 9.
GS3.
GS3. And just between 13 and 14 years.
Yeah.
Drama. What we did right was to bring a good, is this PowerPoint?
Yeah, PowerPoint.
And I will stay at what you wrote. Your slides are just 4, which is, they are okay, but the content is what I'm not really, I shouldn't be saying. The content is not correctly, the content is not correctly placed in terms of structure and correctness. Like you said, I should define a manager. Let's see that first objective. Define.
It's there, you're there already. You don't need to make it as a presentation.
Define theater management. Yes, I can define theater. In fact, to define theater management, is it to define those verbs are not right. Are we together?
I'm listening to you.
These are the objectives now.
Yeah.
Look at the objectives.
Okay, fine.
Define theater
Theater management, okay.
Is the best word define. What do they gain by defining? Is there a definition for theater management?
Of course, there is.
Please listen.
You're missing the point.
Then list aspects. You pronounce something and you wrote another thing. You are teaching these new children in school, secondary, and you are going to face the entire world with these listings. List the aspect. That was what you said, but you wrote list aspects. Something should tell you are wrong, if it is part of you originally. Then define state manager. State manager. You can't define state manager. There's no word to define state manager. You should find another verb. You can describe what a state manager does. Then you say list responsibilities of a state manager. What are the challenges the child will receive from all these academic aspects with drama? That's my worry. Then other things like, maybe I should give you alternatives. You can say describe the process of state management. That's the first objective.
Who is the stage manager?
Or itemize or list the aspects. You can't, what are they getting? Well, let's even agree with list. That means they will take their pen and then start writing. It's active. But do they gain by listing the aspects, which we have not taught them? Let's say it's the first class. There's nothing active on the table to tell them what are the examples on their tables. And there are no personalities presented before them. So it's a vague lesson. Then I'm quarreling with you on the platform of define state manager. What's the best word to use there? Can simply identify a state of...
Explore the role of a stage manager.
Then you say state responsibilities, and you pronounce duties. Then I can't find qualities of state manager, and you say you want to. Qualities of a state manager. And I said it's not in the objectives. Yet you are asking us. So where is quality of the state manager on that among those objectives you have listed? So please, let's be more mindful. Let's be more critical of what we are doing. And the language, you are a better speaker and user of the language, from my own experience of you.
Yes.
Even if the literatures you are using are wrongly written, you are supposed to correct it because you are from a higher platform. So please, I may not go further, but these are little things that the time management, you completely forgot your time. You completely forgot your time. Maybe because it's a known lesson, there could be some loss of concentration here and there, but since we are under we can't spare you. Still pointing out. I know you are very corrigible. You can be corrected and you take the. So please take notes.
Thank you very much, Prof. Just to point out, you were close to 5 minutes there. We're looking for 1 minute. We're trying to summarize. We're trying to praise you. So, thank you very much, Prof.
Yes.
Dr. Chinedu, over to you.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Abolo.
Thank you
for the lesson. I liked how you started. I like the visuals where you had the traffic, the intersection, and at that intersection there was no traffic lights, and we identified that you needed traffic lights. I was looking for a correlation. The first correlation is traffic management, theater management. But there's traffic control. Some sort of theater control is the stage manager.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking for that, where there's
Parallels.
some parallels. Since you have started drawing the parallels. And I think with drawing such a parallel would have brought out what a stage manager does. Before we even start talking about the stage manager being one who pays attention to details, is cool under pressure, and so on. Drama isn't a is a subject in the Nigerian curriculum.
Yes, it
in
is.
Vocational, in pre-vocational, right?
That's, the junior school
Yes,
level.
in junior school.
Pretty much.
Yes. That is why we are having things like list and define a stage manager. It would have been more appropriate to say, who is a stage manager? But then because you know they are going to be writing exams where they are most likely going to ask them to define a stage manager. So if we're describing who a stage manager is and what he does, we're actually defining it.
Indeed, we
so
are.
that when they see such a question, they would understand. But it smacks of low-level questioning to be saying define theater management, define stage manager, list and so on. In this case, we're saying that it is not you, but you can modify it to what is more appropriate, to what makes more sense and more relatable than just a list and define. So, what does a traffic control person do? What would they be doing where there's a traffic intersections and all that? So, what would a stage manager be doing during a play? It would also maybe important, it could help, because since we already have technology and we can have access, again, a 15 minutes clip of what happens at a location, as they call it, at a location, or when there's a rehearsal, there is always that person who is holding a clipboard and going about and saying cut, and
action.
The director is also there, but both of them are there and they are taking notes and they are, so a little clip like that will bring it home. This makes it very mechanical. We're trying to imagine who is this person, what is he doing, and the puzzle, I like it, but it should be something at the end. All the things that this stage manager or what theater management is all about. Can we pick out some of these words?
Yeah.
But not smack in the middle. It's on slide 3, and we're going all the way to slide 10. So those are my comments.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chendu. I totally agree with all the points you made. So, Mr. Abolo,
Yes.
I absolutely look forward to your lessons, and I'll tell you the reason why today. In case you don't know, apart from being an educator, I also put on plays and I shoot films from time to time. Plays at Terra Culture, plays at Muson Centre, plays at British Council, produce, direct. The only thing I don't do is act. I'll leave that to you guys. So, a lot of what you said, I love the way you opened up the lesson. A nice big picture, bold picture. Can anyone tell me what is missing here? So we're thinking, we're involved, we're engaged. You then started to draw your parallels. It was a good analogy, as we are going to try and move from chaos to order. So the traffic light brings the chaos in the traffic situation, and then the stage manager brings, order in this stage management situation. So the analogy for me was apt. You could have drawn some more parallels, but and I like the question when you did show some of the pictures. You then said, "What does the picture tell us?" So your questioning was really good today. You've been told about define, define, define. The truth is that even if you're doing that for them in real life, because they have to define. The truth is that if I had to teach the subject, they probably wouldn't be defining my objectives. They would get to define at some stage. I might put it in their own words or in the words we agree. But I'll say, for the exam, what they're expecting is this definition. So you have to learn this. But they'll still have another way of looking at it from what we've agreed from, discovery. Okay? So, but that's the minor one. The main thing for me is that you're teaching such an interesting subject and you've got to use everything you have. What I would have done in your situation, I would have prepared some students ahead of time, and I would have probably said, we're going to have 2 plays here, 2 playlets, if you will, 1 minute each. We'll have the first one, whereby there's little to no theatre direction or stage management, and the other one, where there is a lot of good input in terms of stage management. That's the one you may have had to prepare. You could have almost written it on a page as well, and got the stage manager. So if you had 2 or 3 actors here, just get on with what you see there. 2 or 3 actors here, and then the stage manager has some clearer directions, and then orders them where to stand and makes it run, and then we just start to juxtapose, and that's your lesson for you, and you could still do that in 5 minutes. Yeah. Of course, you'd have had to borrow some actors, your friends, but that really is what the lesson's about. I know the other day I said to you, do you use charades? I probably asked you to go and research charade. Yeah, where people, you just write some kind of card and people start to try and express it for others, through mime or even, often it's through mime if it's with charade. So just bear that in mind. I do look forward to your lessons, and this was a good lesson. But what we're trying to say is that you're a good practitioner, you've been doing it for a while, and you could, just move it up a few notches to the very top, so that by the time you present a lesson, all we're just going to do is clap. Yeah, I see that coming, but it's up to you if you're going to take some of these points on board.
I will.
Any questions for us?
No.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Teach and win, my teacher, my pride.